I spent the next 2 days ugly crying. Day 3, I woke up and headed straight for Sean and Mary Lisa's office. Blame it on my Texas roots, but I couldn't show up empty-handed.
Abby, what are you doing here?
Here to help. Any way I can. And I brought donuts.
Here we are, drinking coffee with Abby Johnson.
Okay, well, if you guys think it is weird for you, just imagine how I feel.
Abby, I am so glad you're here. It should have been this way all along.
You know, I gotta admit, sometimes in the midst of all the hours on the fence, I was beginning to wonder if we were doing any good. Most of the time, we just prayed, and it didn't seem to matter.
Trust me, it mattered.
Why do you say that?
Sean, I was the clinic director, and anytime that you were out there, my no-show rate climbed, which is why I was so annoyed with you. Seriously, it wasn't just us, though. Planned Parenthood's own statistics show that if someone's praying outside the clinic, it can go as high as 75%.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. It's like this dirty little secret they don't want anyone to know. When women see you praying, they just suddenly decide not to show up, and they circle the parking lot and never come in. Meaning, most of the lives that you save, you never even know about. Which is why I need to go to the fence.
Abby, I really don't think this is something you should be doing yet.
But it's something I need to do. Hi, my name is Abby Johnson. I used to be the director of this clinic. I quit because my conscience wouldn't let me stay. I just want to talk to you for a minute, please, just a minute. Please? I guess. It's always possible you're just here for a pregnancy test. But I'm guessing you've already seen the results of yours. 2 of them. And you feel like your whole world is caving in around you. And you've never been so scared and alone. Yeah. Let me tell you what's gonna happen if you go in that door. The first thing they're gonna do is give you an ultrasound, but they're not gonna let you see it.
Why not?
Because they don't want you to see your baby.
And then why do they do the ultrasound?
Because the ultrasound determines the size of the fetus. And the size of the fetus, the skull in particular, is what determines the price they're going to charge you.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I understand better than anyone that inside that building, they don't offer solutions. They only offer abortions. And if you go through that door, you will not come out the same person. Because you can't. And everybody wants to pretend like you can, but you can't. Because the truth is, you can let them get rid of your baby, but they can't get rid of the memory of your baby. And neither can you, no matter how hard you try.
I don't know what to do.
What's your name?
Hannah.
Hannah? It's gonna be okay, I promise. I promise, and I'll be there every step of the way. I'll do anything I can to help you.
Bravo. Let me guess. Former clinic director describes the mechanics of fetal dismemberment complete with all the tools involved.
That's not what it was like.
You know what? It doesn't really matter. You've become a traitor, Abby. Some of us are still loyal to the cause. Some of us still believe in protecting a woman's right to choose. And those of us who do, we are a part of a billion-dollar corporation with lawyers and lobbyists and media experts on staff. Have you ever seen the names of our donors? Soros, Gates, Buffett. That's who we have. Who've you got, Abby?
Cheryl, what you are doing is wrong.
Is it? America wants abortion, which is why we exist and why we will continue to exist long after you and your newfound friends are gone. Oh, yes, I know all about them. Did you honestly think that we wouldn't find out? No one has ever turned on us like this before, Abby. Which is why National is going to make an example of you. So congratulations. You've managed to make an enemy of one of the most powerful organizations on the planet.
I love this patch.
Turn this way, baby. Do you remember what I was telling you earlier about what Cheryl said?
It'd be kind of hard to forget.
Yeah, well, now Megan isn't returning my phone calls and her phone number has been disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Can we go now, please?
Does mommy look like she's ready?
No.
No. And you need to go get your ladybug wand upstairs.
You still up for this?
Absolutely. I am not letting Cheryl or Planned Parenthood ruin Halloween for our kid. Or you.
I'm serious, babe. Whoever created this holiday deserves a medal. We get to dress up, act stupid, and people give us candy. How cool is that?
You do realize they give Grace the candy dog?
Yes, but she knows Daddy's involvement is crucial. She's still new to this, whereas I bring decades of experience. Arrgh, my lady.
Okay.
Daddy,
All right.
let's go!
Can you take this one so I can call Sean?
Sure.
Okay.
Abby.
Did you get my messages about Cheryl's threats?
Yeah, we're being sued. We're both gonna need lawyers.
Sued. Do you realize how serious this is?
Yeah. And I just realized you're 100 feet away from me. Abby! Hon, why don't you go ahead while I talk to Abby?
Bye, Pumpkin. Are you sure about this?
Yes. We got served right before I left work. There's a lawsuit from Planned Parenthood, plus a restraining order to keep us from saying anything public. Yours will probably arrive on Monday.
When were you planning on telling me about this?
Figured I'd let you enjoy trick-or-treating and then give you a call.
What are we gonna do?
I've already talked with Jeff Paradowski. I believe his response was, "I'm in, baby."
Wait. The one that's on the billboards, pointing his finger saying...
Get what you deserve. Yeah, he's an old friend.
Okay, you realize that attorneys cost money, and I just left my job.
Jeff isn't in this for the money. He's in this to help fight abortion. He's willing to cut into his Saturdays and meet with us tomorrow morning. Abby, meet Jeff. Jeff, meet Abby.
So, they're claiming that Planned Parenthood and its patients face imminent, irreparable harm from confidential information you've improperly disclosed, or are about to disclose.
That's nonsense.
Well, they managed to convince a judge otherwise. Our preliminary hearing is in 10 days. The attorneys for the plaintiff are a big firm out of Houston. But I'm betting we'll see some faces from DC as well. You're a big fish, and the sharks are smelling blood. Oh, also, you should prepare yourself that Megan and Taylor will be testifying to a completely different set of facts than the ones you've described to me.
They were my friends.
Emphasis on were. Okay, Abby, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want you to take all the time you need to answer honestly and think about them all you want.
Okay.
Have you ever revealed the identities of the doctors performing abortions at the facility, either to Sean or anyone else?
No.
No. You ever removed confidential patient information from the building, either physically or in digital form?
No.
Have you ever taken or removed anything from the building?
Just an old vacuum cleaner. But the one at the clinic broke, and we had a tight budget for equipment, so I brought mine from home. But when I quit, I wasn't gonna leave it there. That and a plant. But my mom gave me the plant.
Okay. Did you threaten Megan or Taylor if they didn't look to resign from Planned Parenthood?
No, how could I? I wasn't even their boss anymore.
Which brings me to my last and most important question for you. What aren't you telling me?
Nothing.
You sure? Because if there's something that you're hiding, I can guarantee it will come out in court. So, if there's anything that I need to know, Now is the time to tell me, but we still have the time to figure out how to deal with it.
A while back, curiosity got the best of me, and I pulled my own patient file. I couldn't resist.
How come?
I needed to see my baby.
Is that a problem?
Sure. For Planned Parenthood, if they try to make an issue out of it, I mean, trying to paint her like a criminal for wanting to see her own file, we can only hope they're stupid enough to try something like that.
So, what's our defense?
She's innocent.
That's it? That's our defense?
Yep.
We are so screwed.
Abby, don't complicate the issue. Look, their complaint's emphasis on potential future harm tells me they're light on actual evidence. Let me make it easy for you. They've got no case.
You don't know these people like I know them. Planned Parenthood will go to any lengths to destroy someone that they see as a threat.
Abby, there are two words in the English language that are very powerful if you put them together in court. Do you know what they are? Prove it. Trust me, I got this.
So there I was, scared out of my mind. After all, it's not every day you take on a corporation with global outreach to 189 countries on every continent except Antarctica. Jeff looked like he didn't have a care in the world. Sean was nervous. Doug was my rock, and my mom was...
Sean.
Well, my mom.
Thank you for getting my daughter out of there.
Wow. And here I was afraid that Abby was going home every Christmas for the past 8 years, bashing this evil Sean person.
Oh, she did. But I read between the lines, which is why I knew I'd love you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay, hugging's done. Let's go kick some ass.
What are you hoping for in today's outcome?
I would like to see justice served, obviously, and for people to
I just want to go over there and tell those people what is really going on.
Well, you're not going to. You're under a restraining order.
So let me get this straight. First, they sue us even though we did nothing wrong. Next, they gag us with a court order. Then they hold a press conference so they can say whatever they want, and we're just supposed to stand here and be quiet. That is not fair.
Fair is something you give a cab driver. The law is something entirely different.
I really regret being forced to take this matter to the courts. It's the last thing we wanted to do, but honestly, our priority...
Is it wrong that I just want to go over there and punch her in the face?
Yes, Abby, it's wrong.
So, this is absolutely
It's my job.
necessary.
Okay.